Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Black Logic. So, New York City Mayor Adams teams up with Trump's border czar for deportations, and new allegations shake Colorado Springs as his mayor faces scrutiny over a racially charged hoax. These are some of the stories. Now, Nigeria has been ranked the #1 scamming country of the world, the top scamming countries that essentially has the most scams probably coming to the Western world. As you notice, Nigeria, India, Philippines, Brazil, Romania, South Africa, China, Pakistan, and Venezuela. Also, what type of scams do the #1 scamming country in the world run? Well, first it states that Nigeria has gained notoriety as a hub for various scams, mostly in the digital realm. The country's association with fraudulent activities has led to the coining of terms like 419 scams, named after Nigerian Penal Code addressing fraud. So 419 scams, romance scams, business email compromise. If you guys was born anywhere in the 70s or 80s, then you know exactly, you've seen the email scams that they've been coming across. Back then, it used to be Yahoo Mail or AOL Mail, whatever you guys had at that particular time. So why did I bring that up? Why is that significant? A lot of us already know that, but why did that bring that to the forefront of you guys' minds? Recent reports have surfaced alleging that Colorado Springs Mayor Miami-Dade was arrested by the FBI for orchestrating a hate crime hoax to influence his election campaign. However, official statements from the city of Colorado Springs refute these claims, confirming that Mayor Miami-Dade has neither been arrested nor listed as a suspect in any federal indictment. The controversy stems from a federal indictment involving 3 individuals, Derek Bernard Jr., Ashley Blackcloud, and Dino West, accused of staging a racially charged incident during the 2023 mayoral runoff election. The alleged hoax involved defacing a campaign sign with a racial slur and placing a burning cross nearby, actions purportedly intended to garner support for Miami-Dade's candidacy. Investigations reveal communications between Mayor Miami-Dade and Bernard, a local media personality. Prior to and following the incident, Mayor Miami-Dade, it's very difficult trying to state this man's name. You saw me, I just break right out of it. It's very difficult. So I'm just going to call him Mayor M to respect his name for the time being. Acknowledged these interactions, but stated he was unaware of Bernard's involvement in the alleged crime at the time. He expressed appreciation for law enforcement's efforts in pursuing justice and condemned the reprehensible behavior associated with the hoax. An article by the Daily Wire cited an unnamed FBI official claiming that the Department of Justice declined to prosecute Mayor M for making false statements during the investigation, alleged due to political and racial considerations. However, these assertions remain unverified and no official charges have been brought against the mayor. So while the federal indictment of 3 individuals for orchestrating a hate crime hoax has raised questions, there is no substantiating evidence implicating Mayor M in the scheme. Official communications affirm that he is neither a suspect nor he has been arrested in connection with the case. I know some people are asking, what is his political affiliation? Is he a conservative or liberal? Is he a Democrat or Republican, or is he right in the middle? But nonetheless, that information is yet to come to light. So in a significant policy shift, New York Mayor Adams has announced plans to collaborate with the incoming Trump administration. Isn't that odd? I think Malcolm X once said, when chickens come home to roost. You allowed all these illegal aliens inside of our country, all of these illegal immigrants inside of our country. And now you want to take sides with the same guy who tried to prevent and stop this. But you was a sanctuary city. And you allowed the federal funding from Joe Biden and Kamala Harris to somehow be deposited into the New York City budget and use that on people who are illegally in the country and offer them $10,000 in EBT money, $5,000 in cash, luxury apartments, work permits, driver's license. Just give them anything they want. Now you want to work with Trump. Real classy, Mayor Adams, real classy. Now, to facilitate the deportation of migrants charged with crimes in the city, this move marks a departure from Adams' previous stance, which required convictions before considering deportation. Now, Mayor Adams emphasized that individuals who commit crimes forfeit their right to remain in New York City, stating, if you come to this country and commit a crime, you should not be here. Mayor Adams, they're already in the country illegally. That means they committed a crime. So that's idiotic for you to say, first and foremost. And then secondly, now you're making these statements a week or two after Donald Trump is going to become the 47th president. Isn't that a coincidence? Very interesting, Mayor Adams. Very, very interesting. But he stated, if you come to this country and commit a crime, you should not be here. He challenged progressive critics by asserting, if people want me to counsel for that, so be it. Mayor Adams, the only thing you're trying to do is be more attractive to the right. Because not only do they have the presidency, they have the Senate and the House as well. So, don't change your jacket now. This policy adjustment comes amid reports that nearly 60,000 migrants with felony records or pending criminal charges are residing in New York City. Now, this city's sanctuary policies have faced criticism for allegedly being too lenient, providing services to undocumented individuals without adequately addressing public safety concerns. Known for his stringent immigration enforcement, Tom Homan approached during this previous tenure as acting director of the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, also known as ICE. He has pledged to crack down on sanctuary cities and prioritize the deportation of migrant criminals. Mayor Adams has expressed a willingness to work with Homan to address crime-related deportations while maintaining compassion for non-criminal migrants. This development indicates a potential shift in New York City's approach to immigration enforcement, evidently, balancing its sanctuary status with concerns over public safety and federal cooperation. So you have an influx of 60,000 illegal immigrants in the most populated city in America, probably in the world. Over 12 million people reside in New York, and probably another 9 million hub around New York City. So it's very idiotic. Very idiotic. So I really don't have any words for Mayor Adams, because if I didn't say I told you so, we told you so. We definitely did. We knew this was not going to turn out well for Mayor Eric Adams. Neither was it going to turn out well for the mayor of Chicago, Brandon Johnson. Moving right along. In a significant political gesture, Miami-Dade County has renamed Palm Avenue in Gila, a predominantly Cuban city, to President Donald J. Trump Avenue. This change follows Trump's substantial victory in the country during the 2024 election, flipping a traditional Democratic stronghold. The decision reflects a shifting political allegiances among Hispanic voters in Florida. Now, we know that he got a lot of support from the Hispanic community, so this is no surprise, or shouldn't be any surprise to any of us. After Vice President Kamala Harris' defeat in the presidential election, Democratic officials are attributing the loss to external factors such as economic dissatisfaction or natural disasters. However, internal critics argue that the party's failure to address working class issues and campaign mismanagement plays significant roles. This introspection suggests potential shifts in party strategy and in leadership. U.S. and Ukrainian defense leaders have convened to address Russia's deployment of new ballistic missiles and strategize U.S. military aid to Ukraine for 2025. So if you just take a quick listen at that statement that I just said, then you will understand that they are already allocating money to fund Ukraine with our tax dollars to fight their war. Even though, as earlier stated in this morning broadcast, that President Zelensky is now willing to compromise. And I wonder what that deal would essentially look like. The Russian-controlled cities that they have already taken over in Ukraine, are you going to allow Russia to have those cities? Or are you going to need more American and NATO support in order to regain your country borders back? This is a question that I have. Now, this dialogue reflects ongoing concerns about regional security and involving dynamics of international military alliances. The U.S. military has conducted a defense strike against weapon systems in eastern Syria following an attack on American forces. The Pentagon emphasizes that this action is unrelated to ongoing rebel advances in the region, underscoring the complex and volatile nature of U.S. military engagement abroad. Former President Donald Trump survived an assassination attempt at his National Golf Club in West Palm Beach, Florida. Secret Service agents apprehended an armed individual, Ryan Wesley Roth, who was found with an AK-47. This incident, following a previous attempt in July, raises concerns about the security of political figures and increasing polarization in the country. Now, we all know that this happened, if I'm not mistaken, back in September, but they have more updated information that I think you guys should essentially be aware of just more details involving this case altogether.
News national law enforcement and intelligence correspondent Tom Winter. Tom, good morning. Tell us what you know about the suspect now and any possible motive.
Good morning, Hoda. That's the big question, the possible motive. We do know some details about this individual, Ryan Wesley Roos, past, and he has ties to North Carolina and to Hawaii. He has an extensive criminal history, something that'll definitely be a focus for investigators. He is expected to be charged perhaps as soon as today federally, and that'll be filed in federal court out of Miami. The big key going forward here is trying to determine what got him to this point. He had posted on social media previously that he had voted, he says, for Donald Trump in 2016, but at some point changed his views on Trump. He had traveled to Ukraine in 2022 and expressed strong support for Ukraine in their fight against Russia and their unprovoked invasion of Ukraine.
Tom, is this a kind of a lone wolf situation that investigators are looking at, or do they think others might be involved?
There's no sign at this point, Hoda, that there's any sort of accomplice or somebody that was with him yesterday or traveling with him or helping him out. But the big question, I mentioned that extensive criminal history. Looking at that, should he have been able to purchase this gun? Because it might appear that would be illegal. If so, did somebody sell it to him illegally, or did he ask somebody to buy it for him? That could potentially yield charges for that individual or individuals. It's just too soon to say. That's what they're looking at.
Well, I don't essentially believe that's going to happen. Well, because of the nature of his crime, they can easily pin it to him. But it kind of reminded me of Kyle Rittenhouse. So he was an underage teen who garnished an AR-15. But nonetheless, that was through a straw man purchase. A friend that was of age bought that weapon for him, and he got off. He totally got off. I don't know if the friend got incarcerated or charged with that straw man purchase. That's something I probably need to look into. But nonetheless, they would easily pin this charge on this, the one who tried to attempt to assassinate Donald Trump. But as we navigate these very turbulent times, it's crucial to stay informed and critically assess the actions of our leaders. It doesn't matter whether you affiliate yourself with being a Democrat or Republican. We should always assess critically the actions of our leaders, regardless, because these stories we discussed tonight highlight the complexities of our governance, of our government, the challenges to our national security, and our ever-evolving landscape of global politics. Remember, an informed citizen is the bedrock of any functioning republic. But I thank you all for joining me tonight. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated to my latest videos. So you guys have a wonderful and great night. This is Black Logic.